For the Røkkr. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the
Octane.
That's what we wanted. That's what I'm talking about. He don't miss.
Off record deals. Tell him talk to Colin for the quote. All record, off record eyes. Still want to act, not the ghost. For the Røkkr, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable.
Let's get this show on the road. Over Cellium, who fights two right off the rear. Makes it three. Taken down 1-5-1. Last man standing. Oh! It's real early. The BZ waiting to pounce. Where's the next? Give him the last point for him. Waiting for his demise. And there it is. Look at the mini-map FaZe are in. It's the guts. It's the glory. It's the championship for FaZe.
Texas. It's getting a little late, but that doesn't mean that we're not still ready for some good old Call of Duty. I say good old Call of Duty, it's actually a new Call of Duty almost every year, but next year we change that. Right, we have one more game to play today, and it is bound to be an absolute treat. We have two teams, very highly rated, elite, as Bryce Tackler would say. And we are about to find out who walks into tomorrow's game. This is going to be a banger. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Atlanta FaZe. We got Cellium, we got Arcitys, aBeZy, and Simp.
OpTic fans, I hope you're happy. You did this, but with aBeZy getting the donut that last map, I think that left a bad taste in his mouth.
They're coming off of a loss, man, and these guys are used to winning championships. They ain't used to being in the losers bracket. So they're ready to come out here and show the world what they're made of.
Hey, yo, Miles, I think the boys from LA are looking to steal this game away.
Well, that's funny you should say that, Velli. The boys from LA, they're certainly looking to get the job done. Powerful in the hard point, search, destroy, leaves much to be desired. But hey, this late into the night, anything can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, the LA Thieves. We got Envoy, Kenny, Drazah, and Octane.
You already know Drazah's got the flex on main stage, miles around LA Thieves. I feel like they can definitely push Atlanta FaZe to the limit here, but it's so late in the night. FaZe are coming hot off of a series. LA Thieves, man, they gotta come out swinging.
Hey, yo, Miles, get this crowd loud, man. Let's get this game going.
One more game! That's all we got today! One more! And maybe the most legendary Call of Duty event of all time. Thieves, FaZe, one more match to decide it. And who better? Merc and Maven, take it away, brothers.
Alrighty, yeah, it's getting late in the venue, but we are still fired up. This is going to be a good one, and it's interesting because on one side, yeah, you kind of said it to me before this, like if you are the FaZe roster, that might be one of your more devastating losses. But if you're Thieves, you've been sitting around all day. It's like,
yeah, it's two very different situations. I mean, LA Thieves would love to have scrimmed, but who knows with, the schedule throughout the day. It's a tough one. Atlanta FaZe are coming off a loss. They'd probably love to regain, maybe over some of that stuff, but they don't have time. So it's a unique situation for both teams, but as the desk said, I think this is game one. So important for LA Thieves, just get going.
yeah, and if you're a Thieves fan, I mean, it looked like Octane was like half asleep, but I've seen him clutch a 1v4 and look the same way. So
yeah,
trust me, he's gonna be all right. He's always kind of chill like that. Maps and modes, Joe, you look through it, stats-wise, like anything that pops off the page.
I mean, we're going to be hitting on Tusker for a little bit, right? We just saw this from Atlanta FaZe, that Tusker search destroy, Tusker control, Kuavo to hardpoint. I mean, can LA Thieves get there? That's a big question mark. Can you get there? Then we're going to finish on that Berlin search and destroy. But this was a matchup in our Major 1 qualifiers. It was a 3-1 to Atlanta FaZe. Tusker and hardpoint was a part of that. And well, Atlanta FaZe, though, they were able to win it. Sorry, LA Thieves were able to win that one.
Alrighty.
One map they won.
Alrighty. It's what, 10 p.m. local. It's been a grueler. Just map 5 after map 5. Clutch after clutch, all the plays that have happened all day long, and it wraps with this FaZe Thieves to lead into what could be one of the more epic championship Sundays in the history of Call of Duty. What final team gets into the top 4? And I don't know. If this is yesterday, I'm pretty confident in saying FaZe. But with how today has gone, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing looking at this is search and destroy for Atlanta FaZe, right? LA Thieves, that is an obvious weak point, but the hard point, you saw it undefeated here for Los Angeles Thieves. Now, there is one key difference looking at the stats from this. Arcitys, this event, he's kind of struggling. He's got a .79, not an easy AR matchup on the other side, going up against Octane and Kenny.
The red on Drazah, but the red arrows, I'm already my brain's going through it, but it's gonna be a ton of kills through. That's Arcitys with 3, Simp with another, and Arcitys keeps it rocking. That is a 6-0 start.
Wow,
and all the time in the hard point. Alex awake.
Yeah, I mean, again, struggling this event, but you know what? The vet, their leader, they rely on. A great start here for Los Angeles Thieves. Fight right on back. That's going to be 3 dead. RC's going to find another kill onto this rotation over to P2. We're going to have Atlanta FaZe get into that setup, and now for Los Angeles Thieves, it's all about the break. Where is it going to come from? It looks like they're going to hop up towards his top radio side. aBeZy, he's going to be already in there. He's going to find 2 kills. So nice rotation for Atlanta FaZe. It's going to slow things down as Envoy tries to take a route, but he gets caught.
aBeZy now looking to rebound from the goose egg in the map 5. On a 3 streak currently, is trying to patrol top church. As Envoy tries to land the stun, he's going to go a hunt for aBeZy. But Drazah's already able to get the kill from flexing on the main stage to hitting the shots. Around the hard point, it is Cell and Arcitys combining to take down all 4. aLLeY now up to 9-1. FaZe just looking to build some objective points behind this.
And again, it's what we talked about, kind of these slow starts. 3 bounce back for Los Angeles Thieves. They find those kills, but the rest of the time, you know, the way I thought of Atlanta FaZe, but not gonna happen. Mid-map controlled right now by Thieves. On that rotation, oh no, a big spawn out right now. Cellium and aBeZy, they spawn backside, and it's a 20-point game, but LA Thieves, they're gonna have to break this P3. Not easy to do.
Well, you got the numbers here for a moment. They're able to clear aBeZy out of the point. Arcitys, the hot hand right now, still looming. But it's Octane on 4 in a row. They get the clearance out of the point, they get the back spawns. The one person really still with an angle is going to be Cellium. He's able to hit the shots. He has another bullet there. He might get the kill, but it's actually the nade from Simp that's going to come through. Snapping back, positive 10. It's Arcitys that continues to be so strong as they hang on to this narrow lead. I mean, he's got 14. Just look at the rest of the lottery.
Yeah, I said it's not easy.
Cell's 4 and 2.
And they both broke it pretty easily. Here comes one last play for LA Thieves. So maybe just trying to get the rest of the scrap time. But again, I mean, they put themselves in a position where they're hitting the final 10 or 15 and you spawn Atlanta FaZe out all the way for them to get set up here at P4 over towards church side. But yeah, still a very close game. You are being outslayed if you're LA Thieves, and a lot of that is due to Arcitys.
But yeah, the point differential, not much, still very much in striking distance. But now Envoy starting to leak his way in. That's going to be a tough gunfight. As Simp able to take that, but the question is about the rebound. Your FaZe, such a tough series just a couple hours ago. You got to bring it back, and you need the energy at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. Let's go to elicit him with Atlanta FaZe.
Okay. Watch somewhere needed. On your front door. I needed one fiddle too. On your front door, Sam, watch out. Two front door. Front door right now, Dylan. Watch on me, not weak.
He's on time.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out.
Nice. I'm coming to help you. I'm helping you. I'm rotating. Watch out.
Watch out. He's coming back to you.
I'm trying to win the nose. Really watch the team kill. On you again. Yo, they stun bottom.
I'll see about him.
They could hit radio.
Hey, Tom.
I'm nading. Yo, I'm nading you guys. I'm nading.
There's 2 on top.
I'm nading. I'm with the shot. I naded one down. You two. Watch out. In the corner.
Laying down right corner.
Nice. I'm going mid.
I can
There's Sam. I hit him twice.
You rest up.
MC, stay down time. Wait.
Yeah.
One on the side. Yo, well. Well done. Try to stay. Bottom bill. He was weak. I'm going mid. Their window.
I'm low.
Their window laying down. Nice. I'm bottom right now. You're by yourself.
Don't steps.
Okay. Top. Nice. Last one, Kenny. I'm going fast. I'm going fast. Yeah. I'm coming with you.
Holding well right now.
Okay, one shot. Watch out.
Maybe
I want you bottom stairs. One shot.
Yes,
One shot. I don't see anything mid.
Cross the stairs. Yeah, rotate in here.
Other side, other side.
Yo, what's
Same as MP5.
window?
Yo,
behind
Yeah,
me.
I don't have mid, but I'm trying. I'm kind of
Yo,
watching.
pick up pitch on spawn. Pick up pitch on spawn.
Damage just
I got hit by the
Well, as we get ready for the second set of rotations, you take a look at the listening and what maybe your expectations were considering that series. I thought it sounded good.
No, it sounded good. I mean, obviously, that's these guys have been
right.
for so long, but you can see the kill feed light up. Octane with 2. Kenny, Envoy. It's going to be 4 dead. They're going to break this setup here at P1, and now Kenny getting going. You know the superstar this man could be. Envoy locking down the middle of the map. He's going to win a one-on-one. Actually, he's got Drazah's help. But I mean, in that listen, over there at P5, we were on board with Cell, and he throws the nades back. I mean, a lot of the times these players are just throwing nades at the floor, and he just picks it up, whips it back. But Drazah with the pistol, and there we go, LA Thieves. They survived that first rotation. The guns now are hot.
I mean, you heard FaZe so focused on the rotation, but just threw like a knife through butter. Just so easy for Thieves. They get the break, they get the time. As we continue to battle on, as we head to our next hard point. I thought the cutoff man gonna be Cellium, but Drazah killed him again.
Yeah, he's trying to find number 7. He wants this glide bomb. He's got a teammate with him, but Envoy, he ends up on a multi-kill of his own. That's gonna open things up Plat side. Cell, Simp though respond. Doing a very good job. He just wants the glide. That number 7. Just trying to find it, trying to stay down. Cellium with some shots. He's finessing around. Doing a great job, but while this is happening, they're getting time as well, of course. Sometimes number 7, this can just get away from you.
It eludes you, but look at the scoreboard now. 147, 147. FaZe currently inside. 19 and 12 out of Cellium. And just looking for the next gunfight. Little hop, little skip, little jump. Able to take down Octane in the back line. But the pressure mounting on his right. That's Envoy that gets it where the trade is in from Arcitys. And Arcitys, who's not all the time leading in the stats category for this team of superstars. He's having a map, but it is a narrow margin between the squads.
And I actually love that, right? Because I feel like coming out off a loss, at times in the past, it was him who had to step up. And sometimes he's not asked to kind of, slay like this, but maybe he's pissed off. It seems that way as he finds 2 with Cell. It's going to be 4 down for LA Thieves as the rotation goes the way of Atlanta FaZe. But okay, again, Kenny with 2, Octane with a 3rd, and P3. Nobody's getting a lot of time.
We're just nobody can hold. You get
Back
set
and
up.
forth.
It looks so good. You get 4 down. You're in a good position off the spawn. The nades lob in. Little wall bang, and suddenly all control is lost. But that is twice Thieves just get through so easily here. And now trying to answer back with the final 20 or so seconds is Envoy doing his best to dance, and dance he does. aBeZy and Arcitys wiped off the map, and that alleviates some pressure from the objective. As now Thieves try to build upon this lead.
I feel like this has been the setup the entire game, right? But to have that 20-point lead now does LA Thieves. It's just been kind of a late hit, which is setting up Atlanta FaZe to basically have new spawns, get into a setup, and now, game the Thieves break. Kenny gonna find the opener. Arcitys with one of his own, but Kenny in a great position with his 2-0 and Octane just breaking through the front door.
And this hard point is just so tough. Is it going to come from the front, the back, the top, the left?
Pick a door.
Exactly. It just can be so hard to hold with FaZe doing their best to retain this time. Maybe get this back to a tie game. But they can't elude the nades, the shots coming in from Envoy and Kenny as they're keeping them out of the point. Now starting to rack up their own time. These plays from Kenny around the objective, just a thing of absolute beauty. That's 5 in a row now for Kenny. As he continues, and look at the information you're getting on the cross.
Yeah, not only does he get 5 in a row, but he goes towards the back door, through the alleyway, finds multiple kills, breaks the spawns. This man just did it all. Of course he had some help, but I mean, his positioning, his patience, sets them up, and now they're at 217. Octane, MP40 in hand for P5. He finds multiple kills. There's a break again. 4 dead for Atlanta FaZe. Yeah, look at this. Look at the streak on the right side. That is 12, 13 in a row for LA Thieves.
And you just put aBeZy and Simp in the blender. The tiny tears struggling to create any tear against this Thieves roster. But they get back in, trailing by approximately 50. Just trying to get this done with 30 left on the point, but Envoy still lurking. It's the flash, it's the MP40. It's everything coming through for the kills. It just feels like one more of these big breaks, and you might get it done. But FaZe, they do not want to go away. They're still battling on. This one's going to go down to the wire.
And how many times have we seen this on Tuscan, right? This ever so elusive P5.
Yeah.
Grab time back and forth. What does that do? It sets up a rotation. It's great to get this scrap, but now it's on Envoy. They're going to be the point man. You have RC's in the middle of the map. You do not want to gift Atlanta FaZe a free rotation, and it might have just happened. Simp able to find one. Now on to Octane, trying to wait for reinforcements. The nades hit, and Atlanta FaZe are in.
There's one team kill, but Simp will take that 2 for 1. Or will he? Kenny and Drazah pushing through. Envoy's turn now. 5 points needed. Are they the best hardpoint team in the game? It's looking that way right now. Thieves strike first.
In a way, I mean, just that first rotation where it just felt like Arcitys was taking over the game. The fact that they survived, down 30 or 40, they had some key breaks, and then we saw it when we got to that second P1. Kenny was getting more kills, Octane was lighting it up. It just felt like they needed that little warm-up, and then they took over.
But that part can't be too shocking. We know how good they can be in hardpoint.
That part's a little shocking. Those stats from 3 and 4, aBeZy and Simp, not known to do that.
Is that just, I mean, is that any sort of hangover from the previous series or just more?
I hope they weren't drinking.
No.
That'd be bad.
I'm just throwing them back.
No, I know.
Series.
No, I know, but I mean, potentially, or is just LA Thieves that good at hardpoint? Maybe the nades on point, whatever it is, they put them in a tough spot.
What a wonder class there from Los Angeles Thieves. We now look at some highlights and see if they can keep it going. It's the final match of the night before Championship Sunday. Just looking for that final team in the top 4. I love you guys, all right? I love you.
I'm not used to having chants in the crowd. It's awesome.
You make me feel very sexy.
They sure do, don't they? Well, man, I mean, yeah, this is 2 squads, 2 different stories. One side all about the hard point, the respawns. The other side, Atlanta FaZe, we know how good of a search team they can be. They're going to need that S&D to bounce back.
And I mean, they've had it, right? Like they've been so strong there. Not really similar to Ultra and their woes and lights out and surge and the hardpoint they can't find a win. I mean, FaZe has been getting it done through everything throughout the course, but that's one nice thing about being a team like FaZe. Like, you can lose a hardpoint and be all right.
Yeah, but I mean, we looked at the map rotation, right? I mean, we saw Atlanta FaZe on Kuavo hardpoint, map 4 against OpTic. Now, that was all about Scump, but you know how good LA Thieves is there, right? They say, don't play us there. Don't play us there.
They're not going to lose. That's
yeah, so the fact that we can at least get to a game 4, hey, man, we might have another game 5 on our hands.
So you think a lot of pressure now on FaZe with 2 and 3?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. How insane it would be if FaZe just get double bounced from this first major, but we're only 1 map in. It's a 49-point win for Thieves. The hardpoint game has been unbelievable. But, you know, I had interviews with Envoy and Octane. I'm just talking to them, and they're like, yeah, we win a search, we're winning this event.
Yeah, and they just got to figure it out.
Yeah, and it's not the easiest thing to do. Like, that's one of the beautiful things about Call of Duty compared to maybe some of their games. Well, you can call it beautiful, you can call it crazy, whatever, but there's such a vast disparity in the game modes we have.
Yeah.
Like, title changing every year, and it's just about who can evolve best, who can learn quickly. It's got to be stressful. It's tough for the player.
And that's just tough team to team, player to player. You have different outlooks. You're trying different things. And even then, at the end of the day, you can make the best team plays, but if an individual play happens, it happens, and that can just ruin your momentum. But yeah, I'm sure that's really what they're focused on, right? In their VODs, what can we do, what can't we do? We'll see if they can find a little success here.
Well, maybe they're hoping they get the FaZe that we saw
the one getting first
today,
blooded
the
all the
sense
time.
of, just a
those
lot of
first
individual
bloods.
moments, a lot of individual gunfights. And I think when Simp and aBeZy are playing out of their minds, like, that's okay. But when they're not on form, you have to rely on that teamwork. And it seemed like they were missing that at times earlier.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I guess good thing for them is, like, Cell and Arcitys did play really well in that game number 1. It wasn't that. It was the Tiny Terrors. You could see it right there. I mean, 0.58 across 2 maps for Simp. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
That is, usually that's a 1.58.
100%.
That's what we saw earlier in the tournament.
Well, they're going to try to get fired up. You know, one of the things that really changed this team, I know it's been a while now, but Arcitys getting on this squad, and
He had that moment.
These are these moments though where they kind of need him not only to step it up in the sling column, but I think pick them up more just from whatever you call vibes or teamwork, the synergy that this team can have. I think he's responsible for a lot of that with this squad.
100%, but there you can see there, Atlanta FaZe 3-1. We saw the one loss earlier today, Los Angeles Thieves 1-2. Big focal point for them, that search and destroy, improving. I mean, they were watching that game, I'm sure. Maybe they saw some things that OpTic were doing, or maybe it's just hoping they can find that many first bloods.
You gotta do something better than what we saw earlier. Yeah, I mean, aBeZy's hoping to get a kill. I mean, based on how it went. Can rebound? Atlanta FaZe to kick it off, and we're gonna check aBeZy because it was obviously a very, very tough map. So far, just a kill for other side. You got a 1v1 on the bottom, kind of a 2v2 working up top, and Arcitys and Cell picking up where they left off in the hard point. Kenny suddenly on an island, now in the 1 versus 3. Trying to get the read, but that gunfight is not a fun one, and I think everybody gets a kill on the FaZe side there, so already avoiding any kind of goose egg. aBeZy, you know, the special player he can be in search.
Yeah, getting on the board, right? Getting that first kill, getting him going.
And he probably isn't even phased, honestly, but I know if it was me, I'm like, all right, there we go.
I mean, it's player to player, honestly, because you can have a map where it just feels like you get nothing going. You play that map the next match, and you can stop doing what you're doing, but we've seen aBeZy. Whether it works or not, he's probably just going to run at you and take a gunfight.
Yeah, his left stick is getting smashed. That's for sure. But Octane with the snipe, the flick, a haircut for aBeZy. The poof might get ripped off, but now the nades.
Oh my God!
Oh my Lord, they are lined up.
Is that an airstrike? It's a bombardment.
aBeZy and Cellium, their legs just gone. As the frags are able to hit, and now Kenny doing it all. Gun up as well. Simp. His turn to play from the island as he sees the snipe shot just rip across his face, and now the help comes in for Octane. 1-1.
Well, I mean, Octane, he's got the sniper. He doesn't hit any shots, but he gets all the info, right?
It looks
he's like,
scary.
Two crossed. Two crossed there, so let's just throw all of our nades at this pillar, and, well, they hit. Find 2 kills.
And I know nades and stuns, and they're important every title, but without a trophy, it's like the team nading needs to be even more on point, right?
Yeah.
It has to be, because
there's nothing worse than when you're like, all right, let's throw it here, and you're like, all right, I got a hit marker, hit yours, and they miss it. It's like, that would be a kill.
Yeah, yep. Well, aBeZy's going to get right back to A quickly.
Right down the middle. Like, no one's even checking A side. Like, that was just a hard counter and a half. Like, the quick plan without checking the A side. Bomb down. Arcitys with the first blood. Arcitys with number 2. He had some shots in the Octane. That was so clean. Talk about VOD work.
Ooh.
I mean, they just went for the plant, hoping nobody was A-side from LA Thieves.
Woo! That was a fast one. That was a fast one. When Arcitys first reached out with like 70 HP, I was like, whoa.
I don't know if they're saying goodbye.
I think
goodbye.
I think it's fans talking trash to each other happening right now.
Goodbye.
Some chance, maybe.
I'm into it.
I'm not really sure, but I'm with it. The fans.
Bye. Have a good night.
The fans
Bye.
are crazy. They're crazy. Oh, it's just like a slug through the stud. But now starting to work on this A site. Arcitys just right up the gut. One before he falls, but now you're just trying to find that next opening for your Thieves.
They have Simp just making sure there's nothing towards the B side, but it looks like Envoy and Octane, they're going to get aggressive towards side church. Well, FaZe, they're just going to leave this like, okay, you want that side of the map, you can have it. We're just going to flip it. We have the man advantage. We're just going to play together. If you plant the bomb at B, you plant it at B.
Well, they got a little time to make the decision, but eventually.
Has some time. Envoy just trying to find whatever he can. What's the call? It's going to be to B, but that's where Atlanta FaZe is. They rotate through together, all 3. Push towards the back, and now it's just Envoy. 15 seconds left. And, you know, I don't mind the play call to go side church and try to find something, but you're hoping your players stay alive. Mid-map doesn't happen. And they just run away with man advantage.
See the final shots here from Cell. Arcitys and aBeZy exchange some words. Maybe he's thinking about the next round, how we're going to play this out. And it's just been much better, and you didn't have a ton of time to turn it around. I mean, a couple hours to really talk through what went wrong. I got to think that had to be one of the big focus points, though, considering how it went. Is Arcitys right back to his spot where we saw him pick up 3 around a couple rounds ago.
And I think aBeZy was thinking about going towards A, but all the nades going off kind of gives them a heads up. Hey, let's just wrap this, right? We have middle of the map control. There's nothing there. You can already see Simp's position. Drazah, there's the call from top radio. And he's going to back all the way up. Simp's going to get aggressive here. I don't think they're going to be ready for this. He just spots him bomb planted 4v4.
Simp just trying to get some shots in, but Drazah going to make him pay. They have the numbers advantage. And now working around the flank, look at that number 5. It's Envoy trying to find an opening. He at least gets 1 before the trade is through. Now 3v2 for Thieves. Just over 20 seconds on the clock. aBeZy peeling faces, snapping a good job just getting out of that gunfight.
Just buying time.
Playing the clock.
He's buying so much time right now. Allows his team to get in position. Now one player has to hop the bomb. Octane's going to go for this. I think they got it.
They absolutely got it. It looked good for a second. It looked good for a second, but then, you know, Arcitys, who's working the pinch, I thought he was going to get 1 maybe, but loses the fight, then puts aBeZy in, I mean, kind of an impossible situation, or one where you're going to have to world star.
Yeah, I mean, aBeZy, he finds that first kill. I love what he does. He just backs up his playing time. He's basically saying, hey, this is on you. You have to check the bomb. And as he's pushing forward towards those flat stairs, he just gets caught. Octane with a nice read. Drazah on the other side, and just in the nick of time.
Bring it back within a round. And if you're Octane, maybe sniper away for a bit here. Just trying to be a little bit more aggressive, and knock, guess who's there? It's aBeZy, and well, unfortunately for him, it's the entire squad of Thieves that come at him like a bowling ball. aBeZy gets dropped, Simp able to get away.
Look at Kenny's position. Oh no, Kenny gets caught. They had a 4 versus 3. Kenny was all the way side church. Envoy gets caught as well. What just happened? You get the first blood, and they just get picked apart. I loved it to rotate through. Kenny is A side. He's getting all the info. But it's one of those things, does Kenny have to go for that? Maybe he just stays field side. They rotate the bomb over. They just go for that quick plant, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's just rare you get a first blood and then all 4 of you die within the next 5 seconds. Like,
and you know, they get the first blood, they back up. Like, cool, if we're going to take our time, let's take our time, but a little bit too quick. I think a step or two too fast.
And maybe that's when you're a struggling S&D team, sometimes it was sort of like, let's just hit stuff together and avoid some of the mid-round choices, but there you get punished.
But yeah, but I mean, if you get the first blood, I think with what we saw from OpTic, right? It's just, all right, let's just stop for a second here. Let's just, all right, what can we do? What utility do we have? Which bomb do we want to go towards?
Well, aBeZy got a tough welcome at the door last round. He's already out of it here. Thieves behind this first blood. You got to get something done, but that's going to be the plant down today. And now the retake opportunity with numbers for Thieves. Drazah's POV now just looking for an opening, and he doesn't find an opening. The door gets closed, but Kenny, that's a massive trade to get Cell out of top broken. That's all the way around is Simp. He's found the route. He's found the opening. He's getting close to the point. They're already going to be on it. Kenny's holding it, and Thieves, they get a big one. You're looking at a 4-3 versus a 5-2. That's a big round.
Yeah, Kenny finds all 4 in that round, picks up the ace. That's just trust in one another. That bomb gets planted. It could be a tough retake still with all the different angles. They can check when you hop that defuse. But we've seen it a couple of times. Honestly, their retakes have been solid. Their offense is right, getting that first blood, playing with one another. Let's see if they can switch it up here.
You get the pick. Can you make the better decisions? As Kenny's on 4 in a row, I mean, he's got a ways to go, obviously, till we're talking about streaks, but the hot hand right now, that's for sure. Now Octane at the block. We saw Arcitys do so so much damage. See if they can line up the nades together, and they do. I think Octane and Envoy able to hit that together. Envoy follows it up, and they're looking to bring this back to 4-4, but you still got to deal with Arcitys and Simp. As the plant looks to get down here today. That's some crispy beams there out of Arcitys.
And again, in a 2 versus 4, it's like, does that Chell have to come in? I know he's feeling himself, has the ace last round, but now a little bit more possible here for Atlanta FaZe. And Simp, he's behind enemy lines. Behind enemy lines.
It's a give an auto, maybe.
Yeah, or maybe pre-patch, maybe, you know, a little nerf, especially range-wise, but still. Only a couple of shots, and Envoy
at the ace.
Back-to-back aces from the Thieves. Kenny in 1 round, Envoy in this one.
That is just unbelievable. You open it up with the team name with Octane. The rest done with the MP40 just tucked away in a pocket and making FaZe pay. It's been a story of 4s as they get all the aces, and now they bring it to 4-4. Just clawing their way back into this search and destroy. Envoy locked in, dialed in. Trying to continue into Sunday.
Well, in the last couple of rounds, what's played FaZe? It's been those first bloods that have turned into round wins. See all the players, all the stuns coming in, all the info. Here come the nades. One did a hit from Octane, another one. Drazah!
Their nades
on point right now. We saw it in round 1.
It counts for half their kills, it feels like. Like, it's just been unbelievable. Can they make it 3 rounds in a row to take the 5-4 edge? Oh, Simp has 9 HP. One of the smoke from the candles back there might knock him out.
4v2, still some time to work with, but all of LA Thieves are together. All together, they're gonna push this out. They're gonna push this out. Here comes the flank. Simp finds 2.
Okay.
Makes it possible.
He gives Cell a chance. Obviously, they know his position. 30 seconds.
I think he saw them both. He saw them both. Did he? Oh my God, he saw the player.
I guess not. 3 in a row now for Thieves. And 1 round away from a 2-0 edge and a map away from a championship Sunday.
Hey, they would have SND. They might get a bonus check from Nate. Might happen.
Can they close it out? I mean, you go up 2-0 and you know you got a Gavutu Lumen.
Hey, you're feeling good.
You're feeling real damn good. The Thieves take it here. Do we have around 11? This time, they're honestly tucked away like screw your nades. Now the nades out from the other side. They connect. A little bit of revenge as Drazah deleted. Hello.
He did stop shooting. It was his last one. Okay, Envoy made him. That's really Envoy's kill. Just give Envoy a +1.
It just looks so funny because like Simp
he did stop.
Simp like turned to look at him and then I don't know that.
Yeah, he did stop.
That just looked awkward. I don't know. 3v3. Simp now has to rely on his teammates to get him to around 11. Arcitys going through, MP40 out. They got the edge and look at number 1 on the flank. That's going to be Cellium. It's looking like around 11 unless Kenny's got some magic. Not happening here. They're on the defuse. It's round 11 time. FaZe Thieves. And what a massive round 11 this is.
And we've seen, I mean, I love seeing that from RCs. Like, you know what? Let's switch it up. Let's not get naded. Let's play from church side. If they go towards A, wait for the bomb to be planted. He was able to back up, picks up the MP40, then boom. As soon as that bomb is down, has the confidence to take that first gunfight.
It's like the team that hits the nade wins this round.
Sometimes that's the way it is, right? Those first bloods.
Round 11 time. And maybe not the match everyone expected this evening, but it is a big one.
That's a wall.
Hello, Wall. You've been hit by these grenades as well, I can tell, due to the damage. Does anybody hit one? There's one over the top. Kenny is there.
Oh, baby!
It's the double from Envoy.
From downtown.
It is the nade that makes the difference. He hits it. And now a 4v2 in the round 11, and Thieves can smell it. Nade shot. He's sweating. He's dancing. He's fired up for the boys. is there's a danceman. Matt Cellium is gone. Simp 1v4. He has the brilliant moment, but not right now. Thieves a map away.
Like, they don't see the A side. They saw what they did last round, so they just, Kenny's like, let's throw an ace top church. You see a player, you're chucking an 8 that way.
My MVP goes to the grenade.
Someone's got to count how many that was. I don't know.
Listen, I know that's been a thing throughout this title.
No, that was a lot.
But you and I haven't been casting long. Like we just got here this weekend. That's the most nades I've watched.
That's a lot,
like, dude.
Man.
Oh. They were, I mean, it was just back and forth. Who was going to hit it? And it's Envoy and the squad to connect on the team nade to close out. Well, basically putting into that round 11. Just unbelievable stuff. It's been a party on Tuscan, and the party don't end. That is where the control will be as well, as Thieves look to close it out. But if they can't do it on the control, again, you've got that Kavutu. As Kenny has said, like, don't play us there. Like, don't do it.
And well, sometimes though, like, you rely on that. That's when things backfire. So
okay.
Try to put them away now, right? You don't want the guns to get hot. We saw what happened just a couple of matches ago. Reverse sweeps, they're possible.
Oh, it's been a glorious day. The fans have been outrageous, incredible. We love you. One more map, maybe 3. God, I don't know. We'll be back after the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Zenny Gaming. Armor your eyes with blocks. Gaming is starting at $24 by visiting zenny.com/CDL.
Thieves now. One more match, baby. You are in the championship Sunday. You were into the top 4, and yeah, I saw the tweets from the guys. It's been a long day. They've been waiting to play, but they have brought it. And we're going to take a look at our Scump play of the game, and it's going to be grenades. Boom! It's literally going to boom! Boom!
I mean, listen.
Bang!
Props. I mean, we talked about it, right? Props for hitting them together, the same spot.
Yeah. It sounds easy.
Well,
but it doesn't always
watched
happen.
you throw grenades for a long time.
Mine are horrible.
You hit like every ball.
I know.
You still don't know how long to cook them for.
I know. I hit myself with them sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's just, they're popping them, man. How many? I mean, that was a double. The last round's a double. They had another one here at the Pillars that ended up taking out 2.
Explosion!
That's at least 3 rounds where it's just a 4v2 off of grenades.
It's like a Michael Bay film.
Basically, yeah.
That's just exploding everywhere.
Unbelievable. And yeah, get the fist bumps out because you guys were on point with those grenades. Truly unbelievable. But before, okay, so let's see the tweets. Oh, okay, so about the nades, also what's going on with FaZe? Yeah, looking a little bit shaky and...
Okay, listen, it's been a long time, so like people are trying to get them in now, right? Like, they haven't been in this spot forever.
Yeah. No, they've been holding on.
I gotta take a shot now. I don't know when I'm gonna have a chance again, so let me get this one.
These are tweets like coming out of the draft, just waiting for that
just
tournament
drafted,
they struggle. Yeah, even if FaZe were to lose here, I'm not too concerned about their year. But yeah, I mean, it's still kind of wild for them to just kind of get double opt out and not make it to Sunday. I mean, we just haven't seen that since this is formed, right?
Right. I mean, they had a couple of, Major 5 last year with the Surge loss, but then they have champs. They win champs. I mean, it hasn't happened often. And even after
It's not done yet.
Right.
I know. Thieves are up
but
2-0.
still,
Ahead
like
of
in
ourselves.
like two games in a row, we're like, what the heck?
That
doesn't happen often.
Well, listen, they got reverse swept. If they're going to get out of this, they've got to do the same now to Thieves. You saw how people looked, or the teams looked on this map, 3-1, 4-1 on the other side, a strong map for either team.
That was from the one, but it's okay.
Oh, I just saw it at the bottom. That was for a different map?
Well, that's for, I saw Texas, huh? It's okay.
Okay. It's okay. That's all right, sorry. It's like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
I can't read at this point. I'm glad you can.
I was going to talk about the Røkkr, but I was like, yeah, absolutely. But Atlanta FaZe is going to find those kills, going to work towards A, and well...
Hello, aBeZy.
Nice early life advantage here off that break. They have kept it going. Octane, though, off spawn, pre-firing. Where are ya? Finds both of them, and Envoy with a team name, but it doesn't matter. He cleans them on up, and now right off spawn. We saw this a lot, right? Simp sort of lurking, being ahead of the game, being ahead of these rotations. Can he get it started? Because he struggled against OpTic Texas.
And Arcitys just looking to work up mid-map, get eyes on one. He can see the gun, but not quite the player. Get back onto the zone for a second. Is trying to at least stop the clock. Still a minute to work with. 2 bits of progress on A, 1 on B.
Okay, well, Simp
is just doing his thing. Doing his thing.
This is what he was not able to do 4 in a row. And the big thing is when he's on B that long, right, you pause the clock. So important. They have the life advantage. Only down the 17 lives is LA Thieves, so they're going to get done with A here in just a moment. Going to put it up to 2 minutes, and now they have a lot of time to work with, and only, 2 ticks? I mean, that 1 tick is very important.
Well, let's see how this live sequence goes over the next couple of moments. As crispy shots there from Arcitys. And they're able to pick up the one, I think, leaking behind. That was Drazah. Kenny, though, sees straight for the cross at the auto, wins his fight. Octane there in support as well, and that's a nice sweep of the squad to send them back to it. Simp really the lone guy in a position again to try and maybe be a playmaker while his teammates come off spawn.
Yeah, so he's coming off spawn. He's hoping his teammates can just lock down radio side, but they're able to push out P5. You see where Octane is, so that's going to force Atlanta FaZe either have to deal with him or fight from church side. Try to get top church control. That's not going to happen. You want his Envoy's here, so through the flank we go. Arcitys trying to snap McKenny. Finds the double. Now things slow down. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Already 50 seconds off that clock.
And this is a big sequence. You're even in the lives department. Either squad just trying desperately to find an edge. Maybe you feel like you've done a pretty darn good job if you're FaZe, keeping this tight. We go 1 for 1. A little bit of a dance here with aBeZy. There's Octane outside the window, but Kenny keeps on finding the kills. That's 5 in a row now for Kenny as he's out to 9 and 6. He's had some big sequences over the latter part of this opening round. And now just 30 seconds left to go.
Looking for number 6, does find number 6. Can he find that glide? 24 seconds to go. Arcitys now on the flank, able to find one through top radio. Maybe the opening FaZe needs. Cell just trying to buy time. They're trying to find Octane to deal with him up there, but he just backs on down off his spawn. Drazah gets taken down. 8 seconds left. What, they're down 3. They're just going to stop it here.
Yeah, and now I guess, well, one, you don't want to give the streaks to Kenny. On the Thieves side, maybe you're thinking how you take this to the round 2 and set him up to maybe get the glide. But I mean, I guess I kind of feel right if you're either squad. I mean, on offense, you're relatively close in the lives department if you're FaZe. You hold on defense, you get Kenny close to streaks if you're Thieves. Nothing major.
Yeah, nothing crazy. I thought Simp was making his plays, working towards B, but Kenny says no. Now looking for number 7 off his spawn.
Can they set him up?
See on the other side what Cell 1 and 5 really struggling. This is a guy, when you look at their qualifier match between these two, he dominated. I mean, Dashy's talked about his stats coming into this tournament.
Yeah, they've been absolutely insane. As you're still looking for that kill for Kenny, Drazah seems to be finding all of them, and there it is. There's the glide for Kenny now, 11 and 6, 7 in a row. And now they work their way onto A. And when does that glide come into play? How long can he hold on to it? That'll be the end of any kind of crazy streak, but the damage has been done to get the utility in his back pocket. Easy pickings now for Envoy towards mid. You still have one looming church side, but kind of a flurry of kills. You go 2 for 2 on either end of it. You're getting closer and closer to closing out A. His players just beaming on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, both teams just trying to find openings. Envoy was trying to do it on the other side. You do have Cell and aBeZy very far pushed up near that offensive spawn. They're kind of in a straight line right now. Envoy, though, he knows all the routes. Knows the timing. He's able to find one on his Cell. Well, then a FaZe with that kill from Arcitys. Slow them down. That A-cap comes into play. Drazah going to try to get them some room to work with. You see what he's looking at. Allow his teammates to get pushed up, but it's really aBeZy and Simp near that P5. When are they going to wrap on back? They just try to avoid him, try to deal with him. Looks like they're going to go. They take him. Try to take him down. Oh, he stopped shooting. We've all been there.
Yeah, he finishes it, but it gets a little scary there for a moment. It's actually Cell's nade that ultimately takes him out.
Yeah.
It just needs all over the place. Now aBeZy's turn. Can he connect the shots right through the face? And now that's going to be the glide.
Hey.
Actually coming in. Just worried about maybe some of the forward pressure. Octane's going to catch that as well, but Arcitys also sent back to spawn. 50 seconds to go. Still so much work to do, but where's it going to start from? Is Simp just trying to make sure they continue to stagger this? Look at that number 3 going all the way around.
Yeah, interesting glide choice. I mean, we saw it right earlier today. If things go wrong at B, you have it for the extra utility. I mean, maybe if they had a tick or two done at B, a lot of position it calls in, but you know, definitely not the glide choice, especially because you take down one of your teammates. Now with 15 seconds left, 3 kills coming to kill feed. You have Drazah just going to try to play his life. It looks like Atlanta FaZe going to tie this up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, the big thing, I mean, what was it, 2 lives through the first here? You have 8 lights advantage. I mean, this is a much better effort. We just talk about the disparity there. So you give them the edge a bit, the glide bomb gets used. FaZe maybe now in control a bit, but a lot of control to play still.
Well, they know, though, no glide bomb on Kenny, so can they get something going towards that B side? You know, I feel like online, you know, in the qualifiers coming into this, Tuscan, it felt like it was one of the more you know, it was the easier control to win offenses on. But I feel like throughout this weekend, we've seen more offensive wins on Kuavo than this.
I mean, it's been kind of wild compared to what we've seen online.
Yeah.
Without question. But through the doors, it's just a hit. They come flying in. They're trying to work Statue. They're trying to get some progress on B immediately, but the pinch is coming in. Look at those white arrows just walking around everywhere, looking for the openings, hunting like sharks. And it's Drazah. 2, almost 3. Oh, sorry, that was Envoy's POV for a second. So Drazah's actually still going. He gets his 2, and now it's 3 in a row. And yeah, he's snapping right now.
Yeah, he's snapping.
He is right onto faces.
And just to bounce off that break. I mean, when we do see B-caps, sometimes it is right off that starting strategy, but you know, they take flag control, they don't allow anything to happen, you get one takedown, but you do have all of Atlanta FaZe now in this position. 2 players on it, progress almost done. I talked about it, they get it done, all right.
And
there we go.
Is a huge cap. Now the one person over here really is going to be Envoy. That timing, he takes a step out of the ADS. It's going to make him pay. Now Simp with that double. There's an opening here, but you've got nearly 2 minutes to work with. Lives-wise though, it's a pretty big advantage here for Thieves. Now it's like, do you go for the jugular and try to get A, but end up throwing away so many lives it might hurt you if you're FaZe?
No, you go for this, 100%. I mean, you know this is the easier one to get, and for LA Thieves, it's all about mid-map control, just trying to keep them trapped. But the nades come in, the shots come in from aBeZy and Arcitys. They're trying to push through Church.
Oh, I agree, you go for it, but I'm just wondering if this is where the lives could swing big time. Okay, never mind, Arcitys.
Now you stack this, and off a spawn, they're gonna have to hit some nades that we saw in S&D.
Wow, they're not gonna have time to hit the nades. That is an offensive win, and that is just the immediate B pressure. They leave the easy point for last, and now some smiles on the face.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think you're happy to see that. aBeZy with a smile, Arcitys with a smile. And you know, it's just off the rotation, all spawns. 3 go down, they spawn up, they immediately go through P5, they hit B. You have, what, 2 players on it, 1 person watching over them. It was a nice setup, and that's one of those situations where that glide bomb comes into play, right? You don't have to worry about the
nice
whole map transition.
Yeah. Well, you're Thieves. At least you go up 2-1, so you're not too stressed, but you still got a chance to bring it back here. But you need to get something efficient done on offense. Look at that number 4 on the minimap who's starting to leak his way through for a pinch. That's going to be Simp, who's trying to find an opening, maybe behind enemy lines as they set up on A. And he's able to do just that. He gets to the top broken. He finds a kill. Now heads are turning. You're looking at the white arrows, just trying to find where the point of attack is going to be. You've got 2 bits done. It could be a very quick strike on A, especially after they pick up Arcitys.
Yeah, and I think it needs to be, right? You need map control, you need life advantage. You're gonna have, what, 2 minutes and 20 seconds in sort of this church radio side of the map. This is where you have to stay alive, to keep some map presence, put the pressure on it, but Arcitys with a big 2. In the middle of the map is gonna be aBeZy and Simp dealing with the people coming up off spawn. Octane is able to find 1, but it's all about the clock now. This man on your screen just lurking in the offensive side. Able,
At first I was worried he was going to shoot between both players and not get a kill, but
that does happen.
He recenters and he gets both.
And while this is going on, they've just left the players in the back of the map, right? Just leave them there. They're not going to work this B point by themselves. Now it's just Octane. He's got to wait for the reinforcements.
Guys, he coming. We're trying. We are trying. It's Cellium just headbutting his way through the walls as the pistol is a-popping. And he's got Arcitys looking over him, and he continues to eat. FaZe now coming alive, and they'll be ripping all 4 off the map as we try again with 90 seconds left to go.
And I mean, Octane, he was just back there for so long. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to try to make a play. He just gets on the point. But he ends up getting taken down. So at least now all 4 of them on the same side of the map. They can make a push, but they have to go now. 1 minute left, down 4 lives. Immediately Envoy just jumps out of the point, trying to make a play. Able to find 1. The punch, though, from Cell. Sometimes it just catches you off guard.
Yeah, I think the animation just looks so weird. Like, he's just in his face. Just bopping him under the chin. 5 lives to separate him, and another hit starting to build. So much damage in from Arcitys, thinking it eventually leads to aBeZy getting the kill. And it's just been staggered over and over and over again. They haven't really got a good look at B at all. And this is why you see, I mean, getting that B first is such a big deal, how hard it is.
I think maybe that Envoy play, or, you know, getting down the cell was their best chance. You know, if he's able to stay alive with Drazah, you get your MP40s pushed up, maybe you have a shot then, but it's 3 dead. Seems like the LA Thieves kind of know. I mean, Drazah's trying to do what he can, but only 6 lives remaining. He's all by his lonesome. Octane, his turn to try to step on up, but 10 seconds, 5 lives, it's looking impossible.
It appears FaZe have given themselves some life in this series, assuming they can get the final few kills. Nobody really close to it. And FaZe will survive to continue on in this one. And it was a heartbreaking loss earlier in the day, but now they're trying to do the same. It starts with 3. You gotta get through to 4, and then you get to the insane map 5. But now to Kuavo, where Thieves say do not play us, as they have just been hammering people on that map and mode combination. Well, really it's that map period.
Yeah, and for Atlanta FaZe, I mean, you know, this is obviously something you've been trying to put it into your map pool. We know how they've been, right? Even if after losses, we saw it last year time and time again, big tournament, small tournament, league match, doesn't matter. They're gonna just put it through, right? They're gonna try to play what they can, what they feel they've been doing well in scrims. I mean, hopefully they don't have a player drop, what, 30 plus and 10 deaths like Scump. But LA Thieves, this is where, I mean, yeah, this is their map, their island.
They've just been so strong there. I mean, it's just at Hardpoint in general. But that is where you've been a monster. You get to your bread and butter. It's like you just got to close it out here. You need to. If you were Thieves, can they win them at 5? Sure.
Sure.
But do I expect them to win both searches? No, I do not.
No, but yeah. This is what you just wanted to get to that map for. You know, they're talking about it. This is their map for Atlanta FaZe. It's like, all right, we could do this. Just happen to us. Let's do it to someone else.
Is there anything to, like, when you're sort of talking trash or making maybe comments like they have, like, don't play us on Kuavo, like, does it put a little added pressure on you maybe when you're in this moment late on a Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, of course it does, right? Like, this is our map, but FaZe obviously not afraid of it. Not afraid to play him on it.
As we just check out some of the highlights, is FaZe just stay alive. And they had some dominant moments over the stretch of this, just never really giving the Thieves offense a chance to get rolling, especially towards the B point. They were efficient.
That offensive round, right? That was really where they were able to.
Well, that B strike is so quick, right? Just so quick. But you see how it's played out so far. If you're joining us here late, Kuavo coming up, and I guess if you feel like Thieves, this is where they close it out, but I just struggle so much with the thought of FaZe just bang gone. But they're gonna do something. They're gonna do something. This is gonna go to map 5 somehow. I just feel like it is.
There it is. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah, there you go. So like, when you make a comment like that, like that's not the same as saying like this is a strong map in mode for us. That's saying do yourself a favor to sleep. Like there's a little trash stuff behind that, a lot of cockiness, confidence, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I feel like there's got to be a little bit that bad of pressure, 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to look how Kenny was, man. He looked like he was having a good time in that photo.
You look good in that hat.
Yeah, I think I would, man. He looked like he was having a whole bowl of chips and salsa.
Just sipping on a mojito.
Yeah, maybe margarita.
Yeah.
Why not both?
Or game fuel.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, listen, what is it though that makes LA Thieves so strong on this map? And we talk a lot about the versatility of having that third AR in this game. In Drazah, I mean, since he's been on the Los Angeles Thieves, the guy has literally been asked to do everything. We saw him at times last year with an AR. He was fantastic, him and Ken.
Yeah, but he's jacked, dude.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he shows it off all the time.
Oh, it's incredible. Like,
so this guy, the flexibility that he can run with that third AR.
Too, yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that. We're getting goofy.
We're having fun. And I don't know what I just want an epic Sunday. I think both these teams obviously can provide.
It's already lined up for that.
Yeah, it is.
No matter what, when you talk about the last 4 teams left after this match, It should be a doozy.
I guess I was just trying to think about who maybe shakes things up a little bit more tomorrow, but with the current form, both of them. Yeah, hell yeah. To Kuavo, the home of Kenny. What did Kenny want to change his name to at one point? It was the dumbest thing I've...
Kuavo.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I just love yelling, Kenny! It's just such a good name to scream.
Yeah, it is. There you go, LA Thieves, 5-0.
That's pretty good.
But on the other side, we talked about Arcitys. I wanted to see him step up, and he has a 1.3. He played fantastic. I know they lost to Tuscan, but your AR is hot, and why not? What a better map than this one?
You're hot.
It's a little toasty in here.
Yeah, no, these lights, I'm getting a suntan. Okay, back to the nades, fine. It's gonna be 3 just dead off the break. It's Envoy able to take down 2 yet again behind the powerhouse grenades. And to the point go Thieves. There's a flurry of nades come back and forth.
Yeah, for a second there.
There, Drazah, able to connect on his shots. It's nothing too crazy through the opening 40 seconds of this hard point. Basically a tie game, but now look at the bottom of the map as everyone starts to fight for this ship side. It's Arcitys that's able to win a one-on-one and try to get his squad into position, but not able to dip away with his life. And he's just sort of got like a 3-stack on other side. Well, I was gonna say on either side of it, but Cellium, the auto, just zipping across.
Yeah, they're gonna be set up for this second hill. Arcitys gonna find Kenny, who was on a 4 spree. A lot of map position. This is kind of when you're relying on those nades, when they're up top ship or inside a ship, just trying to land them together, find that kind of first blood into breaking this setup. Is Cell and Simp lighten up the feed. They're both on, what, 5 in a row combined. They have a 6-point lead now. And this man on your screen, we know how good he can be having himself a map as he's on 5 in a row.
The assault, yeah, the slow start he had. Now maybe coming alive at the moment they're gonna desperately need him. He's like, where am I getting shot from? The answer is everywhere. There we go. The Thieves fans starting to get hyped as they look to rack up the tail end of this time, and Arcitys just trying to get out of the stun.
All right, it's kind of like Tuscan, right? You know, some of the scrap time, last 10 to 15, goes away LA Thieves. It relies on these breaks. The setup is in for Atlanta FaZe. The nades going out. An early trade over towards ringside. Well, that's gonna force Arcitys to spawn out, so they're gonna have to fight from ring. There's a lot of positions to clear. You can see Drazah just trying to find anything he can. Cell and Simp gonna find the opening too.
Can aBeZy just stay alive in the point? They're starting to push it out. He hits one melee, but aBeZy up, but not until the nade will finish it off. So you get them out of the point, make sure they aren't racking up any more time, and you've got 30 left here. You gotta start thinking about that long rotation across, but it's just been difficult to get into the point. So now, yeah, give 20, 25 seconds, you're in.
Yeah,
if you're Octane,
thinking about the rotation, but LA Thieves don't really care. I mean, Atlanta FaZe is gonna take it, but this is just the way that they're playing the hardpoint this series. They're finding the last 25, 20 seconds.
But not only are they getting the 20 to 25, it's like they're also
making it messy.
Getting them out of it for 20 to 25 seconds like before that, right? Like not getting a lot of time to FaZe, and that's why you're looking at this lead. Like it's different when you talk about getting scrap time, different scenarios, right? The Thieves, they're on their bread and butter. They're a map away from top 4 and getting the championship Sunday and putting away who many thought were the top team in the game. They've just been waiting all day to play. They're digging deep for this final match to elicit it with Los Angeles Thieves.
I'm crossing mid. They didn't come good too. They didn't come good right now. I'm playing for got it. Dead. Right side time.
You're on top. You're on top.
One spot right too.
I would say on top.
Yeah.
It's up.
That's good shit. Top clip. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to time.
Once we vote, sure.
I'm in the circle. I'm in the circle.
I'll see you, bro.
Could be cliff on me or cliff. Yeah.
Low cliff.
Yo, there's absolutely.
He's made 2, I think.
He's just circle tank.
Okay, I'm gonna stay down. One is cliff.
Another circle tank?
No, one more cliff. I'm nading low cliff.
Got it. I hear you. I can tell. Gotta hit you, bro.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm need every time. People
I want to beat you for a second. I want to beat you for a kill.
I have a
I'm on top. Top boot. Chris. Top boot. Very nice.
I dropped the lives, Zach, if you have to live.
No, on point. Top green. Top green, absolutely. Yo,
Yeah, get oil. I think push oil.
Yeah, he's
I need a top, bro.
I'll give you mid-tank Chris, bottom boat, right off the thing. I think you're right off the
Yo, mid green, top green.
I slapped like P3 guys. I
Yeah, top green. I'm gonna die top green.
I'm
Top green. Nice, nice.
I'm trying to hold P3.
I'm coming to you.
I'm trying to hold P3. I'm already low P3, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's play both.
I'll be P3, Chris. Absolute, bro. Go in.
Each other. Low. I can get the elevator. Rock. Outer.
Anything major that stood out to you?
They talk fast, okay? They talk. I don't know if I'm tired. They're talking real fast.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing. But I'm not even sure I understand half of what they're saying.
I understand, but woo, that was quick. I mean, the major thing for me during that listening is, okay, over at P4, kind of the same scenario where they get the last 20 seconds or so. But at P5, Atlanta FaZe finally make them pay. Sell right now. 1.29, but
of course.
Another nade. Yeah, okay.
Of course. The whole team basically wiped out. You see Cell get through the pistol. There's just bang, bang, bang. Everybody getting ripped off the map. But they're back within 20 now. As the battle on Gavutu for T4 continues.
Yeah, you had the chance there. What, it was 50 points after that P5. Thieves, of course, keeping it close as they always have. Now, is there going to be a chance? Can they open this game open? Can Atlanta FaZe keep doing what they're doing behind Cellium, 24-9. aBeZy struggling, but a difficult SMG map. Drazah's going to be the first one here. You have 3 players over towards this oil side. Is Cell just shooting his pistol, climbing the ladder. Drazah with the beatdown. So he's able to find 2.
Trying to apply the beatdown, but more importantly, trying to rack up the time. Is Octane just lying prone and waiting? Reads the pinch, but unfortunately gets shot in the backside by Arcitys. But we're down within 7. Back into the point. Drazah just looking for the next hit, but the combination there with Kenny enough for it. He's able to get eyes on multiple players and gets away with his life. Some valuable information on the rotation towards Beach, and they're just going to soak this up. Lead changes, Thieves now back in front. But you're going to rely on, can you make it messy again? Can you get the, get 20 to 25?
Listen, I've been saying it all serious, and I'm sorry, but yeah, we're going to the same thing. Scrap time, LA Thieves, now the break in the setup. Has to come on through, Envoy. He's able to find 2. Now going to be the one to push up, almost snaps onto the second one as aBeZy and Simp line up. aBeZy, he would love to get front ring, inside a ring, where he can just play his life with that MP40, but of course.
But this is so different than last time, right? Like, they got through the back, they were spawning.
It's different, but it's so messy.
No, 100%. It's just this time, the push a little bit different, but Cell gets to his nerdy spot, and he's at 4 HP and 28 and 11, and somehow he is still alive. And this time, you're definitely able to rack up quite a bit more time with your FaZe.
Yeah, a lot more time. And now, kind of what we haven't asked for Los Angeles Thieves is to get a setup of their own. Atlanta FaZe is going to be the ones going to have to break here over towards P4. Simp working through the middle of the map, trying to find an opening. Envoy. He's going to be the one taken down as the push comes through ship. So the Arcitys and aBeZy working their way through. You do have the close spawns, but Cell's going to call that out to his teammates. Now just trying to get on the hill.
I thought Envoy was going to be in such a good lurk position, but this break looks to be so good. They don't lose anybody.
Still there. They can get nades in.
Is it a good spot? It looks like it's more like a spawn trap. They're just getting knocked down. There's a massacre in the back line of the radar point. 30 points now needed for FaZe to get this to a map 5. Is Simp and aBeZy with a crossfire just mowing through them. And what a break it was. His Cell now on 5 in a row. He is positive 20, and he is having himself a map.
Oh, Simp. He's able to get 5 in a row now, and I mean, they can win it here still. They can win it here. LADs, they have been stuck back there the entire hill. Envoy, he's not going to allow it to happen on the rotation. No, Arcitys, game 5, baby. We got some more Call of Duty coming up.
What a day is it? What a day it has been. Just map 5 after map 5. It has been one of the most competitive leagues we've ever had. If you look at the qualifiers getting here, everybody rises up to the occasion. But of course, in this final match of the evening, it'll get to a search and destroy. And I'm sure if you are a coach, a fan, an owner of either team, you are sweating now.
Well, Cell, he had one of those maps, 35
sure did.
12.
Woo!
2,900 kills. Similar to what we saw from Scump earlier today. On the other side, I mean, everybody negative, the entire squad. And sooner or later, that domino falls. It certainly does, and this was it for LA.
It just didn't you just kind of feel like it was going to happen? Like,
yeah.
Just
sooner or later.
One part because it's FaZe, who we know can win anywhere, but you just can't. It's just tough to win somewhere over and over and over again, because the more success you find, the more that people watch your success there, the more that people try to replicate what you're doing on a particular map, and it's difficult to do. But I did think after FaZe went up 2-0, Thieves went up 2-0, I'm like, all right, yeah, maybe they got this. But no, of course not. It's a wild, wacky event, and I'm having a blast.
I know, it's getting crazy. And well, we got one more map to go.
We sure as hell do. One more map until we get the championship Sunday. I know it's late. I know you've been watching for a long time.
Hang in there.
Don't go anywhere. Hang on tight. We're back after the break.
Call of Duty League is brought to you by Mountain Dew.
One final map to decide the last team to get into the top 4 to battle on Championship Sunday at our first major of the year. All the pressure in the world on these 2 teams, these 8 players. I have no clue how this is gonna play out, but give me something crazy, Joe.
Well, we've already
had some wild.
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, I mean, yeah, Cell is literally a cheat code. What he just did in that game number 4.
He's a naughty boy.
Prestinni getting excited as they get to a map 5. But I mean, listen, right? I mean, for LA Thieves, you know, they lost on a map they were undefeated on. I don't think they have a Berlin Search and Destroy win. I think they're 0-4 on the stat sheet that I just looked at on the year on this map. Can they do it? Can they win one?
If I told you before this,
yeah,
the Thieves won the series and won both Search and Destroys, you would told me I was a jackass, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured.
I don't know if I'd use that word, but probably a liar.
Oh, yeah. But we're still. Can Thieves somehow get another search one in an area they have struggled so mightily? Or will FaZe do the ludicrous? You get your worst loss since you formed with a reverse sweep, and now you get your backs up against the wall, and you might pull off your own reverse sweep. Like, let's say FaZe do win this. What a ridiculous day of Call of Duty.
Yeah, and everyone else who's still in the tournament is probably pissed. Like, shoot.
Yeah. I thought they were out. Round 1, map 5. His Envoy is ready to play. Who's on the other side of that doorway? Arcitys comes slipping and sliding on in, but Envoy ready for it. The trade, though, it comes in instantly. Now 3 versus 3. As Nade's just blowing this building to pieces, if that were possible.
I mean, it is, honestly, yeah.
Parts of it, yeah.
Yeah, just literally most pieces. Yeah, you're not wrong, but Simp's going to make this a 3 versus 2. We saw what Simp could do on this map, but Kenny and Octane, they line up! They try to run away. They both win gunfights. They're probably weak.
Surprise.
That's an easy 2.
I'm here. And now somebody
both one bullet. Yeah.
Somebody who needs to have a map though. Like if there was pressure on someone, aBeZy 0-6 and the map 5 versus OpTic. You need to step it up here. You do. You're one of the best search and destroy players all time. You need to have a great map. Who's going to counter him on the other side though? We'll see.
Yeah, right. Just depends on those, different positions. Now, what did we see from Simp though when they played this map? Very aggressive.
Oh,
wasn't that? It was not that sniper. It was not that.
No, it was not.
It was before where he was just running around.
And they're changing up the strats, and Octane hit some nice beams. But his kill's in 1 bullet.
Well, Drazah though, I don't care. He does not care. Maybe someone that needs a match aBeZy, it's that man, right? He could be the entry guy.
Okay.
Well, they're just going to rotate the way on over. Envoy, he's got the bomb. Drazah's looking for number 3. Hello, number 3. Here we find number 4.
He's looking for it. It's Kenny that's able to close it out, and after the first blood snipe, it is all Drazah. Just slapping FaZe to get the round win.
Okay, I mean, these rounds they've changed quickly. It's like a first blood comes in, things are looking good. You had 2 come in for LA Thieves in the final round, and then aBeZy just flies on in.
Story of swings right now. Like
between these 2 teams, it really has been.
Yeah. And part of it just, you've got 8 freaks on the main stage. Like they're so talented. Who's just hot at any given moment.
And they're all really good at throwing grenades.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, well, you called it. Let's see if this is a good one. Do they line it up together? Kenny's like, dear God, I got 20 HP. I'm out of here.
Listen, if someone else hits it, that's a kill.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if somebody missed there or I assume that's the case. aBeZy, he's down to 8. But they go 1 for 1 to the 3v3 as aBeZy still dancing. Cellium still finding kills. 1 guy left. It's going to be Drazah, and he will go down. FaZe dominate towards lobby.
I mean, both of these teams are just making first bloods just not matter. I mean, Drazah, he works through the middle of the map. He's able to find the bomb planter. Doesn't allow the bomb to go down, and in the 4v3, then they all just drop. Drazah, he was able to get away with his life and back up at A. Hey guys, we're all winners here.
Yeah, we're all winners. Hey, we're having a great time.
We all get to watch some great
there's some sort of war going on in the crowd. I don't know what it is, but hey, it's hostile. The fan bases are getting fired up. It's late on day 3. But it's FaZe now up 2-1. His on-put is trying to find an opening on the plant, but he's got Octane looking over him. His Arcitys, he sees everything coming his way. He tries to get out the door, but it will not happen. But aBeZy, he is still here. Little bunny hop. And Octane's face is removed. Now Kenny, 1 versus 3. And that might be the scoreline in a moment as he is mid-map and he is pinned. FaZe picking him apart.
I'm pretty sure that's 3 rounds in a row where the team that gets first blooded wins. Happens again.
Some haven't been like clean though, like you know, like some have though. your face just.
Some happen for sure.
aBeZy trying to make up for the dud earlier today. You saw the full talent on display there as he is now up to 6-1, basically flipping his stat line on its head.
One in map 1, it was the Tiny Terrors that really struggled this time. Map 5, they're on 11 through 4 rounds.
Envoy very sneaky. Very sneaky. Ah! Peekaboo, I'm here, help me out! Oh, one more fight though, but aBeZy is there to continue his hot streak up to 5 in a row. Envoy, a slippery little snake, but can't quite get out of it. 45 seconds to go.
Sim's trying to make a play, He
does doing just that. The Tiny Tears wreaking havoc on Berlin. Round by round, they're pulling away.
Just waiting for those timings. They tried to hit 3 hit through. As soon as they go, I mean, the game sense from Simp to just, you know what? All right, it's my time to shine. aBeZy finds another one. I think that duo, they got 15 on the map. They had all 4 in that round.
You know, Cellium got him their last map, but they're taking over here in the map 5. 3-round edge now, 6 in a row for aBeZy. And Arcitys, he's on a goose egg, but you know, he's had a hell of a series. And you got your boys popping off now.
What's it matter?
Exactly. The boys are popping off.
And a lot of this map has been towards this A site. Finally, a little bit something different. Going for a B plant, but
oh, there. No more goose egg. The nade just all. Oh! And Simp just slides under the shots, I guess, and the hip fire in. 5 in a row for him. 6 in a row for aBeZy. The demons are awake on Berlin. And he got the glide right before he dropped, right?
I didn't see.
I think he did.
I believe you.
I think he got number 7 right before he fell. I don't know if it's going to matter all that much, though, as Octane is in trouble. His spot given up. The hunt is on. But he stayed in it for now. The pistol gets it there. He centers well, but too many players to deal with. And now you need one more round. I believe you got the glide available on aBeZy. And this is the type of thing you expect out of those players typically. I mean, I know it's been a crazy day. Maybe the craziest day in the history of this team for them from a results standpoint. Just all over the place, but you got a chance to get to Sunday. And guess what? You get some sleep, tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah, listen, everyone's been there. Every team in the CDL has been there. Sometimes these two just do this.
18-4.
And there is nothing you can do, especially at Search and Destroy.
You might have 2 glide bombs, so that's not going to be the case. But, okay, Simp does drop as soon as the glide comes in. Octane trying to run.
Whoa!
Okay, all right. Well, that's not exactly what you were going for. Arcitys, you're having a tough map. Sorry to make it worse. This is your pal aBeZy. You're dead.
Did a lot of info, though. They know they're all over this P2 area. Drazah just trying to sneak on through. Kenny, all right.
Okay. So you
glide
survived,
is out. Yep.
Survived the glide. Well, a couple good things. One, you're not knocked out of the tournament. Two, the glide gets used for aBeZy. Three, Simp doesn't get number 7 for another glide. And you win the round. I mean, as good as you can get, I guess, considering the circumstances.
Now he's got to do it 4 more times.
Yes. I just wonder what RC's like, come on, man. Round by round, if you're Thieves. You work to bring this back. Octane loses the tough one.
They're going, though. They're going. They're trying to fly it. They'd love to have that pick. Cell. Able to find one. Now a 3-on-2 for Drazah and Envoy. They both have MP40s. Quickly into a 2-on-2. The timing, he's got to chow.
It's all on Envoy.
Oh, no.
It is all on Envoy in the 1 versus 2 now. The hopes and dreams of Thieves at this major. If he can make something happen. Let me in, please let me in. There's so many windows and doors, just give me in one. 19 HP in a dream. As he gets back to full HP, there's 40 seconds to work with. Now he's got the bomb in hand, but what do you do here?
Oh, you gotta plant the bomb. Maybe he sees that player running away. Maybe that's the info. So he's gonna try to put this down. RC's and aBeZy, they're just kind of rotating around, right? They don't see anything at A, so they're gonna wrap back towards B. Bomb being planted.
Well, good thing you get the plant down. But now you got a 1v2. Oh God, he's got 6 health. How much damage is he gonna take throughout the course of it? But they both soar. And it's redemption for FaZe, redemption for aBeZy. And it's the reverse sweep for FaZe as they stay alive and make it to Sunday.
Everyone else is sidetracked. They're still in the tournament. They're still alive. Down 2-0. After getting the reverse sweep, they got a reverse sweep of their own.
Yeah, right? Like what?
Insane composure.
And that's just, it's got to be a punch in the gut. Because if you're under Thieves, like you go up 2-0. I mean, you're able to what? You're able to win a search and destroy, which has been so difficult for you. You guarantee a Gavutu.
Yep.
But you can't win it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like we know how good this Thieves team can be. And I mean, what they've shown, but the fact is it's 2 Game 5 losses here at this tournament. You have the Toronto Ultra round 1 loss. Now, Atlanta FaZe. And the trend in the CDL the last couple of years has all been about the search and destroy, clutching up in these moments. But to aBeZy and Simp, 21-7.
Yeah, that is a map without question. And you know, early when they were taking some losses, RC's was kind of leading the way. Then as they start to bring it back, Cell is just a man on a mission. And now these little villains, little terrors, little demons, whatever you want to call them.
Tomorrow. That's what they wanted to do.
You get there. Where they have seen so much, so that was what it looked like from his POV. Because we saw Octanes, and he was beaming him and just dropped. A little flick there from Simp.
Honestly, overall, like a pretty odd series. I mean, a lot of first bloods that didn't turn it around wins. You saw in the hard points, it was like scrap time for Thieves.
So
just break after break.
Let me ask you, who MVP, was it somebody on FaZe or Grenades, or is it Grenades?
Well, I mean grenades for both sides.
Yeah, true.
I mean, if I had to pick one, I mean, I guess Cell just in the game 4, like you need a performance to get you to game 5.
Yeah, no, that was
getting you to that point.
I think especially considering how good these are on good too, I'm good with that. Cell, what a monster map 4 it was. One of the hardest kills in the game, and just put up a nuke, just an absolute bomb in that map 4. And yeah, I guess if you're other teams, you're like, we gotta do it again. Or even if you're OpTic, it's like, all right, we beat them. That was an insane series. We brought it back, but you might have to do it again.
Yeah, well, I'm just hoping that, you know, they win tomorrow, get to the final, and then other teams have to deal with Atlanta FaZe. But, I mean, Atlanta FaZe, Toronto Ultra, that'll be a very exciting match. We saw that matchup so many times, a World Championship rematch. But I think there is issues for a lot of these squads and what they have to improve, or, well, they're just happy to get there. I mean, get to Sunday.
Absolutely. But speaking of how good Simp and aBeZy were in that map 5, I believe we've got both on stage. Miles, take it away with the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight.
Literally, bro.
Thank you very much, Maven. Yeah, this is the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I'm joined by the Terrors themselves. Gentlemen, that was, you put it best, that was a grueler. That was a deep comeback to make. aBeZy, how you doing? It's quite late.
I'm doing pretty well. I mean, you know, thankfully we got the reverse sweep after the OpTic series, but I mean, that was a grueler of a series. It really was. It was crazy.
You took him down on Gavutu. So many said it couldn't be done. How did it feel to get it? How did it feel to finish it? And obviously, you guys didn't see it, but Atlanta FaZe were tweeting out, you know, the picture of Kenny and all that stuff. Like, was that a tough one for you guys? Obviously.
No, yeah. I mean, it was a tough one. I mean, we've been putting in a lot of work on our hard points, and I mean, it showed in that Gavutu. That's our Gavutu now.
Oh! So I get the feeling that, like, you know, teams should have killed you when they had the chance, right? They had to put you down because the comeback was always on. I mean, like, how do you, what goes through your mind, like, in these sort of situations? Like, cool, we're losing map after map. How do you bounce back?
I mean, the second map was just, like, wild because I think we got naded almost every round, and it was actually absurd because, I mean, we were able to bounce back after that, too, because I was just mind-blown after the map. I was like, I got naded 7 times this map. I was like, guys, we got this. So, like, we're actually playing really good COD, and then we came out and showed it the next 3 maps, so.
Chris will talk to you now, but like, so let's just go to Sunday now. So you made it to Sunday, you survived. You're gonna keep the tournament going. How are you feeling going into tomorrow now? And obviously the revenge tour is now on.
I mean, we've been super confident this whole tournament. I think after that OpTic series, we had a pretty good realization of what the issue was that series, and I mean, we came out pretty flat-ish. First map, Tuscans, S&D didn't go our way, but I mean, we were still playing pretty good COD, like Tyler said, and I think it pretty much showed the last 3 maps.
We saw you sniping a little bit. We're going to see some more snipes this weekend?
Maybe. I mean, you know, I take it out maybe once in a blue moon, but I'll get my pick here and there.
So you like jump off or something? We were like, all right, Simp's back. This is going to be lit.
Yeah, I kind of trick shot at Sam the one time I used it. It was kind of nice.
Obviously, you got a chance to go back up against OpTic tomorrow. You want it?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the match was super insane. Probably one of the craziest matches we've been a part of as a team. And, I mean, OpTic's looking really good right now, so I'm sure it'll be another grueler if we play him tomorrow.
Love it, boys. Any final piece of trash talk, any sort of love you want to give to the fans, or yours?
I mean, you know, to the portion of FaZe fans here, we appreciate you guys. The rest of you guys, listen, man, we're doing our best to give you guys some good comp here. We do appreciate you guys, though. Thanks for being an amazing crowd, and hopefully you guys keep being fired tomorrow.
Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest. Good luck tomorrow. That has been our Game Fuel.
Let's get it.
Here's the reaction. Clint, Joe, it's back to you.
Thank you. It's Simp's still hanging out. You guys are gonna spend the evening talking about strategies. Miles, you got to give me your advice as they get ready for Sunday. But no, I love it. I think they seem very self-aware when it comes to why they struggle. Because they've never been a team. There are a lot of teams that make excuses, or you know, whether it's been online play, or this is why we struggle, or you know, the game this, the game that. But they've always been pretty, I feel like, self-aware and like know what issues to fix, and they work on that, and they get back to the lab, and that's probably why they've been the best team over the last several years.
Well, I think there's a clear example of the Gavutu versus OpTic versus what we just saw from LA Thieves, right? Obviously, you had Scump go off that you really can't control, but it's one of those things where if they did go back to watch that VOD, fix a couple of things, it paid off because you beat an undefeated team in that game mode.
Yeah, no, unbelievable. But let's take a look at the bracket and where we are as we get ready for what I'm hoping is the craziest championship Sunday. As this is OpTic Major 1, presented by Mountain Dew, and what an occasion it has been. But you've got OpTic and Royal Ravens in the winners final. And on the bottom side, Ultra and FaZe. Those are the 4 teams that remain, and this is what the schedule is going to look like. I don't know. It's like, can Ultra fix the hard point a little bit? Because they've got a chance to make a run. Ravens are still this, like, I don't want to say like question mark, but could they beat OpTic? Yeah. Like that strikes me as one of those series that like OpTic will be favored in, but then like something crazy happens. Gismo goes nuts, drops 50. Like I don't know.
London's a really good team. I think they have a very solid map pool. That should be a great matchup. It's just one of those things between these 4. I mean, you could have said any 4 of these would probably be the champions, and someone would probably believe you, right? I think maybe you throw LA Thieves and a Surge in there. That's pretty much 4 of your top 6.
Yeah, I mean, Surge, obviously, a disappointing weekend, but Thieves are probably the big one that you would expect to be into the top 4. But from Joe and I, baby, we had some fun.
It was a long day.
What a day it was. It was a long one. It was a fun one. It was filled with some ludicrous plays, some crazy upsets, some comebacks, the likes of which we have never seen. But tomorrow is the final day. It's Championship Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow.